So here's a question that immediately caught my attention. Why would one of Europe's most wanted crime figures be living openly in Dubai for a decade before getting extradited? That's the bizarre case of Daniel Kinahan, the alleged Irish crime boss just handed over to Ireland after years of evading authorities. But wait, this isn't just a story about a gang leader getting caught. It's a window into how global power dynamics, legal loopholes, and the myth of safe havens collide in the world of organized crime. Let me break this down. First off, let's address the elephant in the room. Dubai? Really? For years, the UAE has been marketed as a luxury playground for the ultra-rich, but behind those skyscrapers and tax-free bank accounts, there's a darker reputation brewing. Dubai's become a hotspot for fugitives, people who basically bet their freedom on the idea that the local legal system won't touch them. So why did the UAE suddenly flip the script here? Was it diplomatic pressure from Ireland or the US? Or did Kinahan finally step on the wrong toes? That's the part that fascinates me. This extradition feels like a calculated message, not just a routine handover. Now, let's talk about the Kinahan organized crime group. The US slapped a $5 million bounty on his head in 2022, accusing him of running a transnational drug empire. But here's the twist. His lawyer insists he's got no criminal record. That contradiction? It's gold for analysis. See, organized crime leaders don't always leave fingerprints on crimes. They're more like CEOs, insulated by layers of henchmen and shell companies. So when authorities charge someone like Kinahan with directing organized crime, it's less about proving every single drug deal and more about dismantling the entire structure. That's why this case matters. It's a blueprint for how countries target high-level criminals without needing smoking gun evidence for every charge. What many people miss is how extradition works internationally. This wasn't just Dubai being nice. It took a court ruling and an existing treaty with Ireland. But here's the kicker. Treaties are tools, not guarantees. The UAE could have dragged their feet, fought it in court, or quietly let Kinahan vanish. They didn't. That decision probably involved a lot of backroom deals. Maybe Ireland promised something in return. Better trade terms, intelligence sharing, who knows? This isn't charity. It's geopolitics dressed up as law enforcement. Let's zoom out for a second. Why should anyone care about an Irish drug cartel leader getting arrested halfway across the world? Because this case exposes the fragility of the global justice system. Criminals like Kinahan thrive in the gaps between countries, until those gaps suddenly close. And if Dubai is willing to burn its safe haven reputation to appease Europe and the US, what does that mean for other fugitives hiding there? Are we looking at the end of an era for international crime tourism? Or is this just a PR stunt to polish the UAE's image ahead of some bigger diplomatic play? One thing I keep circling back to is the timing. Kinahan lived in Dubai for 10 years. Why now? Was it the Irish government's persistence? New evidence? Or maybe pressure from the US, which has been ramping up its focus on European organized crime networks? This isn't just about one man. It's about how countries weaponize legal systems when it suits their interests. And let's be real. Kinahan's trial in Ireland's Special Criminal Court won't be a typical courtroom drama. It'll be a stage for proving that even the most elusive kingpins can't outrun the long arm of the law forever, assuming the law is playing the same game. So here's my final thought. This extradition feels like a win for justice, but it also raises uncomfortable questions. If Dubai could have handed him over years ago, why didn't they? And how many other criminals are still hiding in plain sight, banking on the next extradition request falling through the cracks? Drop your take in the comments. Does this case mark a turning point in international crime fighting, or is it just one high-profile piece of a much larger puzzle?